Hi, today we're going to be doing a fourth grade math time problem. Before I begin, I want to point out a misconception. So, some students might think that in order to make an hour, you need to start at the 12, but that's not always the case. Also, students need to be aware of that AM is before the afternoon and PM means afternoon. So, whenever it is 11:59 and it's 12 o'clock, now it becomes PM. And say once it's 11:59 p.m., it becomes a.m. So I'm going to first begin by reading the problem. The problem says, Mark started his paper out at 8:45 a.m. If he finished at 1:30 p.m., how long did it take him to deliver the newspaper? My first method I'm going to use is the analog clock. What students need to know is that this is the blue long hand is a minute hand, and the little red hand is the hour hand. And in order to make an hour, if we're starting at 8:45, for example, the minute hand needs to travel all the way across back to 45. And students also need to be aware of that the minutes are marked by 5, so 1 o'clock for the 1 is 5, 2 is 10, 3 is 15, and so on. So let's begin. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move the minute hand all the way around until it's an hour. So let's move it. So start at 8:45. And now it's been 1 hour. So I'm going to make a little tally mark. So now it's 9:45. That's 1 more hour, so that's 10:45. Now it's 11:45, and that was 3 hours. It's 12:45. Now, we want to find out 1:30. So the minute hand needs to be here. So it's 12:45. An hour would be too much. So let's count. So if we move it here, now it's 1 o'clock. And that was 15 minutes because this from the 9 to from here, that's 15 minutes because 5, 10, 15. So that's 15 minutes. So that it took him, we know that it was 4 hours and 15 minutes. Now, let's move it so that the minute hand is down here. So that's 1:30. So 15 plus 30 is 45. So it took him 4 hours and 45 minutes. Now let's do, my second method is using a timeline. So, draw out a normal timeline that you've probably done before. And we know that he started at 8:45 a.m. and he finished at 1:30 p.m. So we know two things. We know when he started, we know when he finished. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 15 minutes to make it 9 o'clock, just so it's a little bit easier. I like to do it like that. So now I'm going to count by hours. So 1 hour is 10 a.m. Another hour. Sorry. One more hour is 11 a.m. One more hour is 12 p.m. now. It's p.m. One more hour is 1 o'clock. And let's add 30 more minutes to make it 1:30. So let's add our hours. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 hours. And now we have 30 minutes plus 15 is 45. So it took him 4 hours and 45 minutes to deliver the newspapers.